Hello everyone, my name is Dhruv Paliwal and you are watching autoX. Today we are going to be talking about motorcycles that are coming to India in 2022. Now this list, it's either made up of motorcycles that manufacturers themselves have confirmed or we strongly feel are coming to the Indian market this year.
You're watching the autoX YouTube channel. You can also get your daily dose of all things automotive on our website, autox.com, and follow us on social media. Don't forget to check out our monthly magazine and make sure to hit the bell and subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.
To kick things off, we have Yezdi. The Yesteryears brand is making a comeback in India under the Classic Legends umbrella. And the bike they will be starting with is the Road King. The modern day Road King is expected to be a scrambler and Yezdi has already given us a teaser of what to expect. It will either make use of the 293cc engine found in many Java motorcycles or the 324cc unit found in the Java Perak. The bike will be revealed on January 13. Next up, we have KTM, who are finally getting around to bringing the second gen RC390 to India. The entire styling of the RC390 has been done from scratch, and while we were a big fan of the twin headlight setup on the older bike, it was getting a little boring. Now the new RC390, it will draw inspiration from the MotoGP livery of KTM, so it won't just be fast, it will look the part as well. It will use the same 373cc single cylinder engine from before, but KTM has revised the engine maps, the torque figure has been upped as well, and the power delivery will be smoother. The chassis too has shed 1.5 kilos in weight, and according to KTM, this will not only affect the handling of the bike, but its straight line stability as well. The RC390 will finally get a TFT display, which the Duke got ages ago, but the real party piece of the RC390 will be the handlebars. KTM has raised the handlebars by 15mm to improve everyday riding ergonomics and visibility as well. But when you get to a track, you can actually lower these handlebars by 10mm so you can properly tuck in and squeeze out maximum performance. We expect the new RC390 to get here anytime in the first quarter of 2022, and as far as the pricing is concerned, we believe KTM will ask for anywhere between 2.8 lakh and 3 lakh rupees. Royal Enfield will be putting its 648cc parallel twin engine in two new cruisers. Now while the engine is expected to make the same amount of power as before, RE could choose to alter its tune to better meet the needs of a cruiser. What will be different will be the chassis. Now spy shots have shown that RE has substantially tweaked the frame of the bike and the suspension as well. Now the first cruiser, it will have a feet forward riding position, raised handlebars, and will be more laid back of the two. It will have seating for two and it could be called the Meteor 650. The second cruiser from RE will be a bobber, so obviously seating for one. Now this motorcycle, it will be slightly less laid back than the Meteor 650 in terms of riding position, and the handlebars will also be flatter. And while this is not confirmed, this motorcycle could be called the Shotgun, and that is because RE trademarked this name a few months ago. Now we expect both these motorcycles to command a premium over the Interceptor and the Continental GT650, and this premium could range anywhere between 25,000 and 50,000 rupees. Another blast from the past this year will be from BSA Motorcycles. Now the UK-based motorcycle company that is owned by the Mahindra Group has revealed the Gold Star, a motorcycle that was originally sold in the 60s and 70s. Now keeping that old school vibe in mind, the new Gold Star, it looks the part. You get twin analog dials, a round headlamp, lots of chrome, spoked wheels and twin shocks at the rear, all of which cement its timeless identity. The mechanicals, however, are new. You get a 652cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine. I mean, that's probably the only single-cylinder engine of this size. It makes 44 brake horsepower, 55 Nm of torque, and all that drive is channeled via a 5-speed transmission. The Gold Star will be shod with Pirelli Phantom Sportscom tires. You will get a 100 section tire at the front, a 150 section tire at the rear, and the brakes, they will be by Brembo, a 320mm disc at the front, a 250mm disc at the rear, and you will get dual channel ABS. As we pretty much know everything about the bike, there's a high chance that BSA will launch it soon. As far as the pricing is concerned, we expect it to be priced similarly to the Interceptor, which is between 2.6 lakh and 3.1 lakh rupees. Now, while we've had to rack our brains to figure out exactly which manufacturer is bringing what to India, Ducati has made our work easier for us. They've revealed their entire 2022 plans. Now, they've got some minor launches, they've got some major launches. So let's start with the minor stuff first. The first two launches from Ducati for 2022 will be the Scrambler 1100 Tributo Pro and the Panigale V2 Troy Bayliss Edition. Bookings for both these bikes are already open. They will follow it up with the Multistrada V2, which will essentially replace the Multistrada 950S that is already on sale in India. The last launch for the first quarter of 2022 will be the Scrambler 800 Urban Motard, which will get a special paint job. Now, the second quarter of 2022 will see Ducati launch the Street Fighter V4 SP. Well, it will be a little lighter than the V4 and the V4S, but it's not like it needed to lose that weight because it's got 205 brake horsepower on tap. Now, the second launch will be the important one, and it's the Street Fighter V2. Now, if you're like me and you think that a 205 brake horsepower Street Fighter is a little too much for the streets, then you will really appreciate the Street Fighter V2. Power is down at 151 brake horsepower, but the bike still weighs about the same as the V4. Also, being a smaller bike, it will be substantially cheaper than the V4, making it a lot more accessible. Now, the last two launches for quarter 2 of 2022 will be the Multistrada V4 Pikes Peak and, pardon my pronunciation, the XDiavel Poltrona Frau. In the second half of 2022, Ducati will bring in the Panigale V4 SP, which will be followed by the final and the most important Ducati launch of the year, the Desert X. Now, Ducati says the Desert X is important because it's the first modern Ducati to feature a 21-inch front wheel. Now, why we think it's important is because just look at it. It looks like you could roll it out of the showroom, go straight and compete in the Dakar. The Desert X, it gets Ducati's 937cc Testa Stretta engine, and it makes 109 brake horsepower and 92 Newton meters of torque. Now, the Desert X, it's designed to make mincemeat of all off-road scenarios. But what Ducati says is that even on the road, the motorcycle will be comfortable. So, could it be the one bike that slays them all? Well, only time will answer that question. Now, Triumph's Tiger range is going to get bigger this year, with the Tiger Sport 660 coming in as the entry-level adventure offering from the brand. Triumph has already listed the motorcycle on its India website, and it will be powered by a 660cc inline 3-cylinder engine that makes 80 brake horsepower and 64 Newton meters of torque. And that's going to be perfect for anyone who's looking for something that's a little bit more manageable than the bigger Tiger motorcycles. Now, we expect Triumph to price this motorcycle anywhere between 7.5 and 8 lakh rupees. Now, the other bike coming from Triumph is the Tiger 1200. It is powered by an inline 3-cylinder 1160cc engine that makes 148 brake horsepower and 130 Newton meters of torque. The motorcycle will be available in two broad variants, GT and Rally. Now, GT is geared towards doing long distance touring, whereas the Rally motorcycle is geared towards going off-road. You will also have the option of selecting between a 20-litre and a 30-litre fuel tank, depending upon the kind of distance you want to cover. As far as the price is concerned, Triumph will demand more than 20 lakh for both the variants. So that was it for the upcoming bikes of 2022. Which bike did you have your eye on, or which bike did we miss that you would like to see come to India? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you liked the video, show us some love, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you like to stay updated about more such videos in the future, hit the bell icon as well. Thank you so much for watching autoX. Until the next time, goodbye.